Today we go undefeated with the Last Samurai. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another standard gameplay video. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I know it's Sunday now. I am still sick. I'm pre-recording as much as I can, so I apologize. My voice is probably a little nasally and a little gross still, but we'll get through it. It's fine. Let's talk about today's deck, guys. This is the Last Samurai, I believe originally created by J-Villain. However, this was actually Stealth Vicious's version, who I didn't see had a YouTube channel, so I'll mention him down below. But if anybody knows that if they have a YouTube channel, please let me know. I did search and I didn't find anything, but this is a really sick deck. So it's actually a bit of an interesting one. So the way that this is working is it utilizes one of the coolest cards, I think, from Kamigawa, which is Isshin, 2 heavens is 1. So the way that this card works, it's a 3/4 for 3, which is already good value. But if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that triggers an additional time. And so you're kind of doubling up on a lot of stuff. Now, what would be ideal to double up on is something like Raiyuu, Storm's Edge. Which is another Kamigawa card that says whenever a samurai or warrior you control attacks alone, untap it. If it's the first combat phase of the turn, there's an additional combat phase after this. That triggers an additional time, if I'm not mistaken, that would give you multiple extra attack steps. Now, Moraug also does kind of a similar thing. So whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase at the beginning of combat on all your turns. Untap all your creatures. So just a really interesting kind of thing. But there is an adventure sub-theme to all of this. So with things like Nadaar, Selfless Paladin, when it attacks, you can venture into the dungeon twice if you've got Isshin out. It also just hits, obviously, when you play Nadaar. We do have Triumphant Adventurer as well. This is, I think, just such a good card for this deck. It's ridiculous. Goro-Goro is here. This gives all of your creatures haste, ideally. So you can kind of set up a couple of turn sequences where you're able to get a bunch of stuff out and then for 1 red, give everything haste and just get some major attacks in. Selfless Samurai, mostly here as a way to trigger, obviously, things like Raiyuu, but giving indestructible to another creature is really good. That's how you protect Isshin or Raiyuu or Moraug as you see fit. So there's a lot of ways you can kind of take advantage of that. We do have Forsworn Paladin to create some treasure tokens as well, and then give Death Touch if we so choose. Kick in the Door. Kind of an interesting one, but put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains haste until the end of the turn and can't be blocked by walls this turn, and then you venture into the dungeon. Fateful Absence for a little bit of removal, and then Run Amok as well. So the idea is that we can kind of get in for quite a bit of damage pretty quickly with this deck. So we're going to see how this one goes. Oh, Wandering Emperor is also in here. Sorry, I did forget to mention that. I did practice with this once. And so I did not get to see all of the interactions. However, I will say the venturing into the dungeon was insane. I was able to get 2 dungeons completed and very near the 3rd until the opponent conceded. And it was not that late into the game. It was like turn 6 maybe. And so it was doing some work. That's all I'm going to say. So we're going to jump into some games with this, guys. Hopefully have some fun along the way. And again, I do appreciate everybody being here. One quick thing. We do have a giveaway finishing up early May, so you've only got a couple more weeks here. We're going to be giving away a draft booster box of Streets of New Capenna, which is awesome. So please do feel free to subscribe. That's one way to enter. There are other ways. Go to our YouTube homepage, and you'll be able to see all of that. There's a little video there for you. But let's jump in, guys. Let's see how this goes. All right, guys. Here we are for game number 1. And yeah, I'll keep this. Excuse me for the cough. This isn't an amazing hand, but we do have the Adventurer plus Nadaar, which is pretty good, and this looks to be the runes deck. So the goal is going to be to attack him pretty regularly with the Adventurer, just because it does have Death Touch, and obviously if it's attacking, it has First Strike. So lots of positive there. I'm curious to see if they do have like a Circle of Confinement or something, if they end up playing it. It might be that they're stuck on mana here, though. A Ranger class? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, definitely curious about how this is going to end up going then. Let's do this. So the question becomes, do we want to go ahead and fire this off, or do we wait? I think first things first, we're just gonna attack in. The question is, which do we want to go for? Actually do think it's this. Let's go ahead and so do we want to kill this guy is gonna be the question. I kind of don't think so. This has first strike, so this doesn't actually matter. I'm just gonna go for this. So we get to venture into the dungeon again. And yeah, I'll just do this. So do we want to throw a card down? I'm gonna decline and just take 2. We'll see what the opponent does. Not positive that this is the right call, but importantly, we know they're stuck on land. And so getting resources out of the hand here is just really gonna make it harder for them. Wow, Weaver of Harmony is the card they get rid of. That's a big one. Okay, cool. Sure, so they're gonna get in for a good bit of damage this turn, I imagine. And they do get a borrowed time, which is very good. Yeah, I'm not gonna block. I'm gonna warmly embrace 6 to the face. Okay. Cool. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna attack. Each player loses 2 life. Gonna decline. Gonna take 2. Don't love taking 2, but that's just how it is. And obviously, whoops, we just do this. This also completes a dungeon, which bolsters our board a good bit. And now they have to kind of think about what they want to hit with this borrowed time, which is pretty relevant. So the question becomes, do we... I think we can play out the Goro-Goro and leave up the Fateful Absence just to, like, give us some options here. Yeah, and so now we just get to... So basically, I'm just trying to make sure that this isn't gonna, like, gain them too much life and deal too much to us. We do give them the option of drawing a card here, but I think that's fine. I think they're gonna have to borrow time this turn. Yeah. And I assume they take out the 5/5? Yeah, okay. That's fair. All of this is kind of fine, though. I'm not terribly upset by that. Ooh, this is so sick. Okay. So this is why this is so cool. So we get to play the Triumphant Adventurer. We get to give everything haste, and now we get to get in for all of this. I'm not going to attack with the Goro-Goro. I'm going to wait. Let's do this. The reason I'm doing this one, do we want land? Actually don't think we do. I'm kind of okay with that. So I actually do want the Goblin Lair here because I just want to get more stuff, really. Let's throw the counter here. So now if they, yeah, like we're just dealing a lot more damage. All right, cool. I think we're in an okay position. I mean, they have all their mana now, basically. And they certainly have some good cards to play, but they're 1-for-1ing a lot. And I feel like we're kind of doing a lot more than that, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, so... All right. We attack in with these. So we get to venture twice. We'll get to draw a card here, which is very good. Ooh, I wish we had that already. That's really good. All right. I'm just going to do this. Gain a life. Yeah. All right. So we get 2 damage in. Do we just go ahead and play this? Or do we wait? Part of me wants to throw this out. But then part of me really wants to throw this out. I'm gonna just try this. This probably isn't correct. Truthfully, the Wandering Emperor is like the safe bet. But I just kind of want to see how this plays out, honestly. That's very good. This is all kind of okay, because we can just freely block. This is part of why I wanted to have this little 1/1, so we could just get a free block in, essentially. So I feel like that's relevant. But now we're setting up a turn where we get to venture into the dungeon, like, a lot, which is really good. Okay, so... yeah, let's do this. So we get 4 ventures off of this. Excuse me. Okay. I'll throw that back. I actually do think we just lock down the attack on the Generous Visitor. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Let's do this. Yeah. All right, cool. That was really good. So now the Generous Visitor can't attack. We can Wandering Emperor and just kill the portrait, which I think is the game plan here. This gains us a couple life, but it also takes a big 5/5 out of the game, so like we're in pretty good shape here. Is this still the first game also? This is crazy. This is a long game. This is a good game. Like, I'm super into this one, but this can't attack, which is fine. Yeah. They can attack with this if they want, I suppose. They're gonna attack here. This does have tramples, so we just let the Wandering Emperor go down. That's fine. The Wandering Emperor kind of did the job that she needed to do, so I'm not really worried about that. We could Den of the Bugbear. What could we? So we can do this, but I actually don't think I like that. I think I just want to venture. I feel like this deck is like really good at doing a lot of different things, and that makes it a little tricky. All right. Don't want that. Probably don't want that. We'll keep the Triumphant Adventurer just in case. So now we get to play a free card, which is awesome. Yeah. That's really good. We're gonna do this. Don't particularly want that. We'll create a little guy. All right, cool. So now again, we're just setting up blocks, essentially. They do have trample, I know, but I think that's okay. We don't have a land drop this turn, do we? Excuse me. Let's throw this out as a way to block. Let's throw this out. I'm just gonna do this. I don't know. At this point, I'm not really sure what the right play is, to be honest. I'll do this, and I'll do this. All right, cool. All right, there we go. I was gonna say, I feel like we definitely won it there. That was awesome. That was really, really good. Let's jump into another game. What's up, guys? Before we jump into the next game, I just want to remind you, if you would like to pick up this month's Patreon rewards, feel free to do so at patreon.com/itresolves. All right, guys, here we are for our second game. I think this is our second game. And we'll keep this. It's a little bit awkward with the Triumphant Adventurer in particular. But we do have a Forsworn Paladin here that can kind of start doing its thing early. Which I'm very happy with, so let's do that. Looks like an Evolving Wilds deck. My assumption is that could mean like Scoot Swarm or some kind of landfall thing. Ooh. Alright, so this makes me want to go for the Triumphant Adventure. I like to get this online as quick as we can, because the sooner we can start venturing, obviously the better our turns are going to be, because we can start doing that every turn. I assume they've got some way to kill it, though. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. We'll throw it out the Sundown Pass. I think I'll just create a... This is dumb. Why did I do this? This makes no sense. There was literally no reason to do this. That was an oops moment. I should have just attacked and played this. There was no reason not to. That was so stupid. I basically just lost a life for no reason. It's cool. Here we are. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that was that was so stupid. It's fine, guys. We make dumb plays all the time. That's what we're here for. I know that's what you guys want to see, are the dumb plays. It's cool. All right. Let's play the double black. This will give us double red, which is pretty good. Let's just attack in. Guess we could have just attacked with the samurai, so we could have lifelinks and then we could have done this, but it's fine. Now we have Fateful Absence up, so if they happen to play any creature, which I really doubt this turn, we can kill it. If they don't and want to try and kill our stuff, we just sacrifice a samurai to save either the other samurai or the paladin. To each creature. What do we want to save? Weirdly, I feel like it's the paladin. I think we can lose this. It was a bit of a risky play, but I think this is fine. I'm not playing well, is the takeaway. All right, let's see what we got. Give me something. Oh, that's actually quite good. Okay. So let's attack in. And chances are we just pass and then flash out the Wandering Emperor, but we'll see what the opponent ends up doing. So this does have lifelink. We gain a couple points here, which is good. Yeah, last turn what we should have done is just... That was not smart on our end, but that's fine. Okay. This is a mill deck? All right, cool. Didn't expect that. I thought by now they would have done anything else, but that's cool. I'm gonna throw out the Wandering Emperor. Let's see if this actually hits. How much you want to bet they counter it? No, they don't. Okay, cool. So what I'm actually gonna do... no. Yeah, let's do this. Let's spread it out here. I want to throw a counter on the samurai, I think, though. The reason being, this, when it attacks alone, has lifelink, and this also gets it out of range of any 2 damage, like Crush the Weak. They just have a way to kill it. No. All right, cool. I'm into that. The question is, do we kill this? I think. Well, that's not very nice. Yeah, so now we do. Cool. That's fine. Get in for 2. I'm just gonna play this back out, and there we go. Not much to it. We'll see what happens. I do fully expect them to like start milling pretty soon, though. I'm very surprised they haven't. Maybe they just have a bad hand. I don't know. Either way, I'm kind of cool with this. I got no idea. There's the laughter. All right. That's a lot of cards. Okay. Didn't love that, but that's fine. Oh. That's kind of cool. Let's do this. We have to be in the game plan of just dealing as much damage as we can. I think that's the only way we can win this. So I'm just plussing up. I'm just giving as much as I can to the damage side of things. Because if they just have another Hideous Laughter, especially a way to copy it, then we're like screwed. Sure. That's fine. I figured they had something there. That's otherwise they wouldn't have left up the 1 mana, so that's fine. We don't have lethal next turn, which is a little frustrating because I'm sure they've got ways to kill us or mill us, excuse me, I should say. We do have this though, which we can use to create a 5/5, which would be pretty good. Oh, nice. Well, that's really cool. All right, so I'm just gonna spread the damage out here again. If they have a bounce spell, now's probably the best time for them to play it on the Goro-Goro, just so I don't have the opportunity to activate it. Looks like they're being very deliberate in their tapping of mana here, so that's a little scary. Oh, we definitely, like, screwed up. We could have just won, couldn't we? We still can. Potentially. I'm sure. I don't know why they tapped mana if they didn't play anything. That's a little odd. So what we can do is give Isshin haste, and then at least we're representing lethal. Like, they probably have a way to deal with this. Yeah. That's actually okay, because we can still do this. So we can just give it haste. Excuse me for the cough, guys. If they don't have anything, we just win. All right, they do. That's fine. Really annoying, but like still not the end of the world. All of this still... Wow, did they just... Man, they just have every bounce spell in the world. All right, well, there's 2 damage. Embrace it. That was just an annoying turn, honestly. All right, can you kill us? 27 cards left in the deck. 16 cards left in the deck. Don't mill all of them. 2 cards left in the deck, and they've got no cards in hand. We win! Yeah! All right, let's do a 3rd game. We got a little bit of time. Let's see if we can get a 3rd game in. We did rank up, though. Look at that. Plat 3. Heck yeah. Let's do it, guys. All right, guys. Here we are for game number 3. I don't actually know that we keep this hand. Would I rather have 6 good cards or mediocre? I think we mulligan. I guess this is better. And unfortunately, I think we have to throw that back. I hate that, but without black mana, it's a useless card. And we do actually have, like, Fateful Absence can hit something on 2 if we need it to. Alternatively, oh, and we need it to. Cool, that's fine. Nadaar obviously can get down turn 3 and then the Wandering Emperor turn 4. So I feel like this is probably just the best bet. Hopefully they don't have another crab. Okay. Do we go ahead and kill this? I think so. I don't really love the idea of them milling us every turn. I hate having to pull a Fateful Absence trigger that quickly, but I think that's just the right play. Interesting that we're against so many mill decks, too. What the heck? I mean, I'm into it. It's cool. I love mill. If you didn't check out the Azorius mill deck that we played the other day, oh my gosh, was that awesome. That was last week, but holy crap, was that fun. All right. Looks like they're going to play a tapped land this turn. And maybe not tapped land. Okay. So they have what, like a Fading Hope up? That's fine. If they want a Fading Hope and a Nadaar, that's cool. Wow, we have every... We have no black. All right, let's see what we get. This is actually fine because we just get to venture again. So that's cool. I'm gonna do this. Yes. That helps us win the game faster. If they have a milled card, it's fine, I guess. It's not great for us, but like, whatever. All right. Damn. They got so many. Sorry for the bad word. All right. Hey, look, a black source. All right, let's just do this again. We need to get damage going, so that's why I'm going this route and not the Wandering Emperor route. I'd rather get these things kind of online so that our future turns are just better because we're venturing. Or they just have to answer the Nadaar and then, you know, we're good. All right. Interesting. Okay, so I'm just gonna attack first. I would normally play this out, but I'm kind of wanting to go the Wandering Emperor route on their turn, potentially. So I'd rather not do this. Yeah, and they just have a bunch of bounce anyway. Okay, we still get the Venture trigger. Kind of silly that they didn't Fading Hope pre-combat, but that's fine. And now we can just replay this if we want to. No, I guess we get the safe route. Technically, the 1/1 counter might represent more damage, but if they just have another Fading Hope, that's completely useless. So I don't really want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to just lose that. And so here, I think we played Nadaar, excuse me, plus Selfless Samurai. And then the Wandering Emperor is probably going to have to wait a turn. Yeah. So let's lead with the Selfless Samurai. If they counter this, it's like not the end of the world, but looks like they're going to draw a card. That's fine. All right. Basically, we're just saying like, hey, you have to have a lot of stuff to deal with everything. Kick in the door, huh? All right, cool. So now we've also completed a dungeon, which just means that this is going to give everything +1/+1, which is great. Can't believe how many mill decks we find ourselves against. That's scary. I assume it's Laughter, maybe Expressive Iteration? Unless they just have another one in hand, in which case they go for that. Oh, it's Fading Hope. Really? Okay. See, this is like such a weird play to me. I feel like hitting Fading Hope on Nadaar does represent damage, I guess. So like maybe it's better for that, but I feel like there are better options out there. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a great card to do that to. So we just give this Indestructible for the sake of saving it. And giving ourselves as much life as possible. Let's do this. We get to Venture. I think we just go this route. We're really behind on the damage race for sure. Go ahead and play this. We're gonna do this. This gets haste now. We can safely just take 2. Honestly, this deck isn't looking to deal damage to us. They're looking to mill us, and so doing the Tomb of Annihilation just provides us with extra damage. All right, cool. We're gonna decline. Warmly Embrace too. So again, it's down to them having like a really good Invoke Calamity, or which I guess they can't have because they have nothing that can actually mill us. Basically, they need mill cards. They have to get 15 more cards out of our deck. Thundering Rebuke. I'm gonna save it. It seems too good not to save. Giving it Indestructible seems important. All right, cool. Let's do this. Again, I am solely doing this just so we can like deal as much damage as we can. Let's attack for 7. We get this Legendary Horror. And now we do have lethal next turn. I guess I'll play this out. Generally, they run Crush the Weak as the sweeper, and obviously they are. So that does hit a couple things, but there we go, guys. We got the win. Is that undefeated? I think that's an undefeated run with this. Heck yeah. Awesome. All right, let's talk about this. All right, so again, this deck I believe was originally created by J-Villain, but I think the one I used was Stealth Vicious, or Vicious Stealth, whichever one it was, who I don't believe had a YouTube channel. But regardless, I do appreciate both of you guys working on this deck, because my goodness, is it good. That was really fun. We found ourselves up against Mill a lot, which was unfortunate, I think, because in general, this deck is, I think, going to be okay against Mill in the sense that it's very fast. And we actually kind of fought through a lot, especially in that last game against like Fading Hopes, things like that. We were still able to kind of get in the damage we needed to get and just outpace them. But I like to usually show a variety of matchups, so it kind of sucks that that's most of what we saw. But regardless, guys, that was amazing. Love the triggers, love the venture mechanic being so prominent in this list, because it does add value to every single turn. And you have options for extra combat steps, whatever you want. We didn't really get to see that play out. However, I do think that having the potential there for that is certainly a good, big upside. So all of that to say, this deck is awesome. I highly recommend trying it out. A little bit janky, a little bit silly, but very, very fun. So I'm really glad we got to test this one out, guys. As a reminder, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. That does enter you to win a free draft booster box of New Capenna, as well as any future giveaways that we do. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. I love you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you again very soon.